Waking up this morning, all I can think of is the last weekend when I had a 2-day back-to-back hookup with Eric. It happened so unexpectedly since my only other hookup this year was with the Latino muscle daddy whom I had a hot hookup with when I was in NYC in October. I met Eric on Scruff app just a few days before last weekend. I woofed at him first. He responded with interest and we immediately started to chat. Eric is an attractive 56-year-old gay man. He has a sexy stubble beard. In the picture, he is definitely my kind of man to hook up with. He has that sexy daddy appeal to me. It was Saturday evening that he invited me to go over to his house. I got home from work. Immediately, I showered and douched myself in case I had to be the bottom. It was already 9 p.m. by the time I got to his house, which was 15 minutes drive from downtown. He had a nice house. I was actually quite attracted to him when he opened the door to let me inside. He even made a platter of snacks and 2 glasses of white wine in the kitchen counter waiting for me. I declined on the snack and wine and just wanted a glass of water because I wasn't hungry and I don't drink. Within a few minutes, we sat down on the living room couch and chatted a bit. He told me that he used to be married to a woman 10 years ago and he has 2 grown children. This wasn't the first time I dated or hooked up with a man who used to live a straight life. We were so attracted to each other, we immediately started to French kiss each other. It felt so good kissing him. After making out for about 5 minutes, he asked me to go upstairs to his bedroom. We were both so excited by the time we got onto his bed. At first I wasn't sure what position Eric preferred, even though on his Scruff profile he described himself as versatile. After kissing and orally pleasuring each other, he chose to sit on top of me and ride me. At that moment, I realized I was going to be the top. I have always liked to see masculine bearded daddies to be bottoms. There is something very hot about it. We had passionate hot sex for more than 15 minutes. I could tell that Eric really enjoyed being the bottom. I kissed him a lot during sex. It felt so good. We had great chemistry in bed. It also felt very romantic for me being with him in bed. I enjoyed every minute of it. I even fantasized that Eric would be a great boyfriend. I can definitely see him being a boyfriend to me. But I had to remind myself that this is purely a hookup. This is just sex. He may appear to be Mr. Right, but is he really right for me? I was so exhausted that I fell asleep for more than half an hour on his chest and arms. The last time I experienced this was in 2018 when I dated someone for 3 weeks. The last 6 years, I barely dated or hooked up with anyone. While I was lying in his arm, I felt so comfortable and a moment of bliss. I asked myself, could this be Mr. White? After taking a nap in Eric's arms, he kissed me and we both got excited again. And for the first time in 2 years since my hookup with Pierre, I was having sex with Eric for the second time on the same night. At least we turned each other on, and he has stamina for a 56-year-old gay man. Hot sex is only half of the equation if it ever becomes dating and relationship. I was so happy we hooked up, and I felt so alive and sexy. It was certainly one of the best hookups I have ever had. The next day was Sunday and I was off work. I got to sleep in later and had to do housework and run errands. Eric and I messaged each other and say hi. A few hours later, he asked me if I would like to go over to his house again. I immediately agreed. I was so excited that I would get to see him again so soon and not have to wait until the next weekend. It was so nice to kiss Eric and have hot sex with him again that night. I didn't care if he preferred to be the bottom again. He excited me and I desired him. I was already thinking about the possibility of dating him. After that night, we exchanged phone numbers so we didn't have to message each other on Scruff. I thought to myself, is this a sign? Has Mr. Right finally showed up to break the dry spell of my love life? I was able to check off my criteria list with him. He is good looking and physically in good shape, has a good career, owns his own home, financially stable, emotionally mature, and is he emotionally available and ready to date or even have a relationship down the road? We texted each other a few times throughout Monday and Tuesday, and he even asked me to go over to his house when his daughter was not there that night. But I was too busy and too tired to go over there after working 12 to 14 hours that day. Then come Wednesday onward, he didn't respond to my last 2 messages, completely became silent. I was so baffled by his lack of communication suddenly. Did I say something that scared him off? Is it the air love kiss emoji that I put in the text message? What the fuck? So the last 5 days, I had no contact from him at all. I don't even know what to make of it. I did notice that when on Scruff, I noticed that he was online a few times throughout the week. So clearly, he was still looking for someone else. What does that mean to me? Maybe he was not truly interested in me as much as I thought he was. Or maybe he just wanted sex, nothing more than just sex from me. I guess, after all, I'm still bad luck when it comes to hookup and dating. What if Eric texts me in a few weeks from now and asks me to go to his house again? I probably will turn him down, because it's not right to give me a silent treatment, even if he doesn't want any more than just sex with me. I guess he might seem to be Mr. Right, but the timing was definitely wrong. Or maybe I shouldn't have shown so much interest and desire for him, and just continue to hook up with him once a week, And maybe eventually he will become more interested and have the same amount of desire for me to start dating and eventually get into a relationship. Today I've come to realize that as a single middle-aged gay man, the downside of hooking up so sporadically, like myself, a few times a year only, the minute I hook up with someone who I'm so attracted to like I did with Eric, I just fall head over heels thinking that he's Mr. Right immediately. And I get so disappointed when he turns out to be Mr. Wrong, or maybe Mr. Right at the wrong time. Thank you for watching my video and listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your likes and comments. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.